If you've ever struggled with Kitchener stitch or just simply don't enjoy it, I'm going to show you a simpler way to close a sock toe from the inside of the sock that gives you a clean and comfortable finish without the confusion, without the mantra. Let's do it. I wanted to demonstrate how to graft this sock from the wrong side. Now, some people they don't like this method. They say it's kind of cheating. I say it's kind of easier for me. So initially, before I take it off the machine, I mark my two end stitches because when I am grafting, those are the two stitches that kind of get buried as I go along. And I don't, if I finish and then I got them sticking out, I go back. But if I mark them, that doesn't happen as often. It still happens, but no big deal. I do pick up this knot right here to close. There's a little gap here just from short rowing. So I pick up, my very first stitch is usually this little knot right here. And then just think about, this was the end of my waist yarn, which I trimmed really short. Look where the end of that, look where your waist yarn comes out of your stitch. That's going to be your first stitch. And we're just going to grab the purl bumps. Now see, this one is a little bit buried. That is the one you want. And sometimes those are the ones that get lost in the, they get a little bit buried. So we're just going to start there. Now that I'm started, I can remove this marker. And now we're going to go up to the top. Pick up the first purl bump. Over to the next stitch. In the first bump that you stitched in. So initially, after the setup, each stitch will have two loops in it. Now we're looking for the next purl bump over into the first stitch that you stitched. And we're gonna, now you don't want to snug it up too tight because you don't want it to pucker. But once you get going, it's pretty quick. The initial setup takes a little patience. And there you go. So we're in you go back in the last one you did on the opposite side. Choose a new loop, back in the previous, move over, back in the previous, move over. There we go. Now you can see it starts to get a nice little row there of purl bumps. When I get this going, if I have a basket of socks, we're going on a road trip or something, it's quite relaxing just to do the toes. The other thing I try not to do is split that waist yarn with my needle because it makes it harder to take out. The waist yarn that I am using is really nasty stuff. It's very old. It came with a flatbed knitting machine that I purchased, and it was somebody's stash, but it was from like the 60s and 70s, and acrylic yarn has come a long way since then. So I use it as waste yarn, not really the best kind of waste yarn because it's really sticky and it splits really easily. See the nice row of stitches you get along the top. There are instances when you can't graft on the inside if you're doing something in the round, or you have to do it on the other side, and certainly can do that, but I really have to think about that differently. This becomes somewhat automatic. I suppose the other does. The more you do it, it's like anything. You learn to do it, it's no longer hard, right? You just got to take that time and make that new neural pathway in your little brain or your big brain. This is my marker at the other end of the row. Go down here and look for that knot. And then I just park the needle there, flip it over, and I'll come back and finish it, but flip it over to make sure I got them all. All right, we're going to take off the waste yarn. And that is the right side of the sock, and that is the row that we just grafted. So now that I know that I have all my stitches picked up nicely, We'll flip it back over and finish off the end. There you have it.